Yes, welcome again to the continuation of our meeting, November 1st, 2017. We will be looking at our scores for the second university for the practice session. I'm glad that we all have had a very successful takeoff of November. By November 30th, when we are counting our blessings, there will be too numerous to count.
Amen.
And then we enter December. By the end of December, December 31st, when we are opening the door to January 1st, 2018, it'll be very, very wonderful. And all of you without grandchildren, I'm, I'm praying God to give you this coming year quadruplets as grandchildren, quadruplets, four. Wonderful. That's nice. So we're glad to have Dr. Azubike Aniedu, Professor Aniedu, back. He's steady. Can you say hello to us, sir? Azubike Aniedu.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, we are really happy to have you stay steady.
I'm not yet a professor.
No, for the purpose of this thing, everybody is promoted. Your letter of appointment as professor for all of you is coming out.
I received.
Oh, yes, it's coming out. Congratulations, everybody. Congratulations. So, we are going to take on the paper number 8. Paper number 8 presents the scores that we had for Nnamdi Azikiwe University. Dr. Wilson Wankwo brought up a very important point, that at the time we are counting, in the morning at about 8:20 was when we said, let us go and look at Nnamdi Azikiwe University. Now, let's assume that the person who's in charge did not populate the site by about 9 o'clock, and that's when you went there. And by 4 p.m., when somebody else has gone there, then you have so many, items in there. So what we'll do is a lesson we'll learn for the main operation itself after the coordination meeting. That is, when we have set the deadline for the universities, it is on that day that we will begin to take our measures. So that's what I think.
Okay.
And then the second thing I found is that, you see, all these 30 universities have just set up the framework. Most of them have set up the framework, but have not populated the site with materials. So you recall that at the meeting in the morning, we agreed that we'll give them like 2 weeks. But I'm tempted, I don't know what to think. I'm tempted to give them like 3 weeks. What do you think?
3 weeks is good. That will be fine. That will be okay, so that we have more time.
Exactly.
And even
So,
university, we have better ranking.
yes, exactly, better ranking. So if we give them, look at my calendar right up there now. If we give them 3 weeks to about just 1 minute, to 24th of November, then that last week of November will be when we will do our ranking. And by the 1st of December, we can now announce the result. Is that better?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine. Now, I as we go along, at this meeting will last 30 minutes too. As we go along, we'll be able to see some models that will appear to be very good that we can be recommending to the other universities. So again, welcome to the continuation of the meeting. So it's the other agenda that we had the morning that we are carrying on with. Thank you, ma'am. So let us take on the paper number 8. I'd like us to look at paper number 8. Paper number 8 has the scores, and what I've listed here are the scores that are aberrant. Aberrant means they are just off course. So let's take Adejumo. Count of journal articles. Most people were entering 214, 215, but Adejumo entered 18. Would like to know how Adejumo got 18.
Okay, sir. I got 18 because most of there were 214 listed there if you had to count on the surface of it. But by the time you click on the link, we had agreed that we're not going to be taking any broken links.
Yes.
That wouldn't count. So by the time I clicked on most of the links, they had only abstract. They were not full text. And it was only 18 that I could count that had actual full text from introduction to reference.
No, madam, you should have checked by the side. After the abstract, there's somewhere you say download PDF.
Yes.
If you bother to click on those ones, you will see that there's full text.
I agree.
Yes.
I'm very well aware when I clicked on the download PDF, it was still the page one of one that was shown. It was only the first page that was uploaded from what I could see. But the other ones, those which was like, I think 197 to 214 were the ones that had full text PDF versions.
Okay, this is very important, and that's why this coordination meeting is also important. That's the value that will derive or extract from this coordination meeting. So all of those who that had 214, I think what you all just did was just to count 214 and depended on the thing having a link, whether to abstract or full text. So we need to decide as okay, we need to decide as rankers what we should do. I will go across the table now. When I call you is when you will give us your suggestion, and we can fall into any of the following. We can fall into any of the following categories. One, to say, so long as the link is there, so long as it's downloading something, whether abstract or full text, we should take. That's one view. That's view one. View two is that so long as it's linked to something and that thing is a full text material, that is what you should take. So let me go from, I will call you as I go along. I have a panel here. Professor Archibald Mommy, what do you say?
For me, when you click on a site and it opens, and we had agreed that it should be a full text. Even from the initial training, it has to be from introduction to reference.
Yes, that's correct.
It's when it's complete. Incomplete information is not an information. So I don't think we should accept those that are not complete.
Yeah, good on you, Madam Professor. Please, I'd like you to make this meeting easy and productive. Please don't mind me. Sometimes I get quite on edge if I'm not understood. I'm saying that as we go along, just don't go to long story. Do we want one? I've described what one is. Let's see. Dr. Adefokun, what is number one? What's position number one?
Number one is that if we click on the link,
yes,
and something come out,
yes,
not necessarily the provider that is taking, as
yes,
long as the link has something.
Okay.
That's number one.
Okay, that's fine. No, don't tell us number two. Professor Elidure, what is number two?
Number two is, and we are able to get something where there's completing the whole sequence of from introduction to reference.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's all I'm asking. So no long story. I'm going across now. Don't say. Is there any number three? Maybe there is. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, so let's not settle for either of this one or two. So, but Ms. Professor Achibong is saying she wants number two. Dr. Adefokun, what do you want?
No, number three.
Yes.
Pardon?
I prefer number two.
No, Dr. Adefokun. Dr. Adefokun is a man, not a woman. Dr. Adefokun.
I'll prefer number two, sir.
All right. Professor Anedu Azubike. Professor Michelia.
I prefer number two.
Okay, fine. Now let me just ask to make it short, to make this discussion short. Is there any person who will want number one?
Yes. Japheth.
Okay, Japheth will want, but will want number one. So any other person with number one? Okay, so number two carries the day. No, long talk. I beg. You know, I run my meeting very, very focused. We said there are two views, and we are looking at democracy. No. I've asked anybody's for number 1. The others will be number 2. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. So we're going for number 2, and our universities have 3 full weeks, to make the adjustments. So now back to our paper number 8. I think we'll need to look at it again. The 214 or 215 that we are recording is may not be accurate based on what Mr. Adejumo said. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, that's fine. So we'll take a look at that one at some point. Let's get back to the instrument, to the score sheet. So Adejumo may be right there. Let's look at DK. Pardon? Yes? Who has the floor? Who wants to speak? Okay, so we are moving on back. We are going back to the score sheet. DK, did you notice what DK wrote in the score sheet?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what did you notice that is aberrant?
0 in
Total score.
Exactly. So we are not going to put 0, not even to that. Yeah, we are putting the total score. DK was putting. Madam DK, are you there, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
So you see what you did?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so please, ma'am, you are okay to say 0, but for the purpose of the score, it is 0 as a figure, not 0 as a word. And then the total, your total is 214. The maximum that you can be, what's the maximum total that can be there? 1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
No. Total 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 40. The maximum is 40.
40, yes.
Yeah, the maximum is 40, and DK is getting 214. So, yeah. Madam,
Sir, I actually thought the total score you were referring to was the total count of everything.
now you know, ma'am. I said, now you know.
Yes, sir.
So what do you know now? What do you know now?
Now, what we are counting is not the count of the journal, but the score. It's the score total.
Oh, yeah, the score total. Excellent. Thank you, ma'am. So let's get back to this. We have Idialu returning 16 for the... Professor Idialu is returning 16 for the journals. Professor Idialu, sir, can you take the floor?
Thank you, sir. I hope you are hearing me, sir.
Loud and very clear.
You are hearing me? Okay. I actually wanted to write 18, not 16. I've just gone back to my worksheet.
Okay, sir.
18 was the one that had full opening.
Okay.
From abstract to reference.
Very good.
16 could not open at all.
Okay.
And 180 had only abstract opened.
Okay, sir. Okay, that's very good. Very good. So you are correct. Okay, ma. Okay, sir. Professor Idialu is correct. Mrs. Adejumo is correct. We all others, we are almost not correct. I didn't want to say that we are wrong. All right, so let's go to Oguntunde. Oguntunde had 104.
Yes, sir.
So Oguntunde, can you tell us how you got 104, ma'am?
I will explain, sir.
Yeah, you redeemed some of them. You know you are Redeemers University, so I'm sure you redeemed some of them. Go ahead to explain.
I had a total count of 215.
Yes.
But 16, the first one to 16, have break links. The links are not coming up. Then from that downward, about 104 was able to open to have active link
Okay.
to abstract. Then by the left, we have download PDF. Then I clicked on it. It was just asking for name and phone number, which I think they wanted to use maybe just for monitoring if there's a new upload to notify people that there is a new upload. So I assumed it's active link to full text, because when you put your name, it will take you to the full text. Then the other one.
Hang on there, man. Hang on there. So if you put your name, if you enter those credentials it's asking for, it will take you to full text. So you saw those full texts?
Yes, sir.
You saw those full
Yes,
texts?
sir. Yes, I saw it there.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question there, sir.
Well, your question, yes?
I have a question. Yes. Putting our work is supposed to be anonymous. Asking us to enter our names, not to see our identity.
Yes. Yes. The question is extremely important and valid. That is why I'm not going to put my name anything. So long as you don't have the full text, you are scoring a 0. So I think, I said that Mrs. Oguntunde redeemed them, redeemer. So you redeem them by putting this thing and trying to redeem.
The other aspect was funny about 95. That one is asking you to register. You need username and password.
Yes.
So that's why I count that.
Okay.
And I counted the other one, 104.
Okay.
Thinking that maybe they just wanted to use it to notify people that it's new upload. So that's how I arrived at 104.
Okay, ma'am. So our agreement now is this.
Yes.
We are not going to not going to bother ourselves entering any name, entering anything. It is what we see that we score and rank. Is that the agreement?
Yes. Okay, sir.
No, I'm just asking. You see, we're working towards high inter-rater reliability. So we all have to agree that is what we're going to do. The moment we agree, then we will now narrow the differences between what we score. So we have agreed that we are not going to enter any name. We are not going to bother ourselves with the thing. And the web master or whoever is managing that site will know that he or she should take off that layer of credentialing. All we want to do is just go to the main materials.
Full test. Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. So what then do you want to do to your scores, Madam Oguntunde? You want to retain them or want to modify them at some point? I said, do you want to modify the scores at some point? Yes, that's it.
Still, it has to be modified.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much. So let's go back to the scores. I think that will be it. We have all done very well. It's easy to score because there are several zeros there. Several zeros because UNIZIC is still in the early stages of populating the site. It's even better than many other universities that have not done so. So before we go to the other item on our agenda, which is to take UI, just to discuss UI, we'll be ranking later. Is that Mrs. Alao? Are you ready for us?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
God bless you, ma'am. I think you are the one in charge of UI.
Yes, sir.
Very well. So I'd like us to go to the UI link. I provided it in the chat window. Let's go to the UI link and let's just look at it. I'm going to moderate our discussion on UI. Let's do that right now.
One paper.
Yes.
One paper there, sir.
Yeah, one paper there, and that's a big 0, is it not? Absolutely. Madam, Madam Alao, people are not, I think you better send some dinner to us today so that they won't use this bad language. They say absolutely 0. Absolutely. All right. Yes, I know. I'm just, okay. Now, let's take on the next one. The next one is books. So, how many books do we have there?
5.
Okay, you see, let's take the cue from what we had, what we agreed upon. We say 5, just 5 listed. But let's click on the download. I'm just clicking on the download of the number 1. Let's click on the download. Because if you just see the 5 and you want to enter 5, and the thing is not full text from introduction to references, it's loading my own now. Let's see.
Download 3
is taking us back to the homepage of the university website.
No, it's not. A
I don't
parent,
have access to
a
the
parent.
site.
No. That book is there. The first one, a parent handbook for sickle cell diseases in Nigeria. That one is fantastic. It's a full one. It's a full one. That book. That book is a nice one. July 2012.
The third book is not there, sir.
The third book is not there.
It's taking us to the homepage of the university website.
Okay, I'm trying to do that now. Yeah, it's taking us to the history of the university, taking us to the vice chancellor. So you can see,
And the fourth
yeah.
one,
Let's look at the fourth one.
likewise the fourth one.
Number 4, the same thing.
Fourth one, the same thing, sir.
Yes. So the fifth one will appear to be loading the book because it's coming up with this PDF. It's a 287-page book. Yes, it's a 287-page book. Something Yoruba glossary. Yep. English Yoruba glossary of HIV, AIDS, and Ebola-related terms. Yeah. Is that one okay? That's a full textbook. Wonderful. Yeah. So although, I'm so delighted about this, our exercise. Although UI has listed 5 books, it has only how many? Only 3. Yeah. So that's how this thing works. All right. Yeah. So you are going to do the rest. You are going to do the rest.
I just noticed something now, sir.
Please, ma'am. This is
Yes, the
Ogutunde.
book. When you click on the project report, it's taking us back to the book.
No. We're not there yet. You see, what I wanted to do in this meeting for this evening
Yes, sir.
is for us to just take like 1 or 2, and then you do the rest. When we finish, you just do the rest and go to the form. I provided the form. Dr. Bunaki Japheth, I think there's some noise coming from your end, sir. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so you just go and complete the others, and that will be it. Ms. Ogutunde, is that okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So that's how we're going to do that of
They
here.
put to load the site, so I can't load their site.
It's there. I mean, I sent the link, and you can also go back to paper number 3 of yesterday, and you find the link there too. Yeah, I think. Yeah, but
lecture has about 5 content.
no, Professor Michelia, we say, look, no, I think you should just follow what I've said. We have only taken 2, and that's all. We're not going for the others. It's for you now, individually, to look at lectures, videos, and all of that, and completing the form. I thought that's what we have agreed on.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh,
But
so
I
that's
cannot
it.
make a clarification now, sir.
Please.
Yes, sir. So that we'll be on the same page. Do we count, let's say for books now, as we've counted it, and we now click on another scoring scheme, and it takes us back to another one again?
I don't understand what you mean by another one. What do you mean by another one?
Okay, let me give the instance now. Let's say that clicking on books now, we have the books, we have the headings, we've seen it about 5. Let me now say, okay, I'm now going to Courseware or other way here. It will now take me back to books again. Should we count it?
You should know the answer. No, you don't need to ask. You don't need to ask us that kind of question.
Sir.
You should know the answer now.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, what's the answer?
We can't count it.
Of course now, you can't now. Since you already counted it once. Yeah. Or has somebody an alternative view? Have we agreed on that? You count the thing only once.
That will result to double count.
Exactly, double counting. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
double counting.
So let's take on University of Medical Sciences. Let's look at that one very quickly. I already sent the link to you on the chat window, but if you can't get that, you can go back to the paper number 3 of yesterday where we have the links. That's this paper number 3 for yesterday, but I've sent the links to you. So, University of Medical Sciences, Unimed Ondo.
Yes, number 27.
Number 27. Yes, you're right. So, have we loaded Unimed Ondo?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. So, we're just going to do 1 or 2. Let's take, let me see. Take journals. No, just 1. Let's do journals. Have you been able to open the journals?
Yes. Open.
All right. Just by listing, how many listed? 156. Good. So you can just click on any one. Let's see what comes out. It's giving us error 404 for error 404. Error 404. Yeah, error 404 almost for all of them. Number 2 is opening. Let me see number 2.
Number 2 open.
Number 2, yes, I can say number 2 is opening. Yeah. Number 2 is a 7-page paper.
Number 3 open.
Yes, okay, that's good. Number 3 has opened. Okay. Yeah, number
4 is broken.
okay, that's fine.
4 broken.
Okay, that's fine. So we all know what to do. No problem. We all know what to do because this meeting is going to adjourn very shortly, and then you can take your time to complete this. Let's look at books. Let's take books as second one. Let's look at books. How many books are there? How many books are there? There is one book. No.
Okay, there's one.
There's a book. There's one book. The book is 163 pages. It's a 163-page book. It's PDF and it's 163 pages. You agree with that? Okay. So, you know what to do with one book. I love that. So, before we finish this session, we have agreed now that we'll modify the message I'm going to send to the vice chancellors. I'm going to do that tomorrow. The message, which is that we are giving them the rankers have met. We have done a coordination. We are impressed with what has happened. We will want to give all the universities 3 weeks to tidy up their repositories, and that by the 24th of November, everything should be in place for us to start our ranking. Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
Do you find out what I noticed? After going through all of them, I found that the one for the University of Medical Sciences Ondo is the one that is most friendly in terms of your accessing the site and getting the materials. Do you agree with that?
Yes, it's very friendly.
Yeah, because I'm going to recommend just one to the universities. I like that of the University of Medical Sciences. Very straightforward, no big grammar there. Although we have error 404, but I'm talking about the general layout and the ease of accessing the materials. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Very simple.
Very simple. You got it. Very simple.
I have a question on that.
Yes,
Can I
ma'am.
ask a question?
Yes, ma'am.
You see, they have dissertations instead of reports. It will include only dissertations, not reports.
Okay, we'll draw attention of everybody to that. Yeah.
Yes.
But you see, I'm just looking at the format, the simplicity. I've gone through all of them, all the sites. That of photo that Madam Anunobi is working on is very, very good too. But in terms of simplicity of the layout, I think this is one worth recommending. Do you agree with that?
I have a comment.
No, hold on. I'll take the comment. Do you all agree with that? We don't have a perfect one, but which one is, of all the others, of all the 30, which one do you want me to say, oh, Vice Chancellor, please look at this? Do you agree with the University of Medical Sciences on that one?
Yes, sir. Very okay.
Thank you. Now, the question. What's the question?
I'm still talking about the abstract issue. If there is a link and there's an abstract, we should count it instead of looking at maybe a full text.
Yes, you are very correct, Mr. No, hold on. Hold on. You are very correct, Mr. Dr. Jafet Bonakie. But for us, we only take full text. That is the rule of the game. That's by consensus. Yeah, you are a minority in this matter, so you have to follow what we have agreed upon. Is that true for? Is that okay, everybody?
Yes.
Some people are quiet. It means that not minority.
Pardon, sir. Pardon?
Not hearing the voice. Not hearing the voice of others agreeing to it. So I don't know if
No, I cannot hear you very well.
Yes, I'm not hearing.
Yeah, Edo University Yamo, you can see it is quite nice. I really like it. OER, yes, conference presentations. Let's click on conference presentations. Okay. You know, I like this one. Oh. I really like this one. Let's start by looking at the conference presentations. Download. Let me see whether anything is going to come out from the download. I'm opening it. Yeah, I'm actually downloading. I want to see how the download looks like. It's a PowerPoint file. It's a PowerPoint file. Now this brings us to another thing we have to agree on. PowerPoint is usually like other resources rather than the conference presentation. So I don't know, but it looks good. You have the photograph of the person even there, and let me see what the read more will give me. Yeah, okay, it's giving me as a Google Doc.
Abstract.
Yes, uploaded. Yeah, so that is quite nice. I don't mind this one at all. This is quite good. Let's look at courseware. Coming soon, yeah? Journal articles. No, just a minute. If you look at the journal articles, quite a lot of them here. Quite a lot of them. Maybe they are abstracts, but you have quite a lot of this here. Do you know that I prefer this to that of, I'm wondering what others think. It appears that I would prefer this one to that of University of Medical Sciences Ondo. Have you navigated through some of this, some of the pages there? Yes.
Yes.
How do you say it? How do you compare it with even the Bonakie Jafet is offline, but how do we compare this to University of Medical Sciences Ondo? How do we compare? maybe I will tell the vice chancellors. Maybe I'll tell the vice chancellors to model the two, anyone that they can, because that of Edo University Yamo will require that you put a photograph there, which will going to slow them down.
Yes, sir.
But
Prof, sir.
yes, sir. Who has the floor, Professor Ludire?
Please, Dr. Lidre,
Yes.
I think the download also is a problem.
I didn't see any problem with download though.
These papers before you can
I didn't see any issue. I downloaded a couple of them.
Yes, sir. But it means we have to download those papers.
Of course, we have to download them.
You do the same for all the other sites, even your own. You do it for all the sites. You have to download them. You do it for all the sites. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Who has the floor?
This is Abiodun speaking.
Yes.
University of Ibadan, sir.
Yes, madam.
I would think that for simplicity, we should adopt Unimed.
Unimed is very good.
Yes, sir. I think it's just simple and direct.
Simple and
The
very
other one
direct.
Yes. For the other one, that will require, if you have thousands, it will require opening each one of them and extracting that information and getting photographs of the
Exactly. So you want to say that one is over syllabus? Edo State University was
not exactly, sir.
over
Not
syllabus.
exactly, sir, but it could be improved upon.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't make it the standard. Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. So we're not going to make it the standard yet. We'll put that of Unimed, and then say over time they can be moving in the direction of the Edo State University one. Is that okay? Very well. So that will bring us to the end of meeting today. I'll leave you to complete the forms for the two universities. They are very easy to fill anyway, based on our agreements. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Please note that only those, I'm taking records. That's why I'm sending the screen capture of those who are present. These are the only people who are here that I'm going to announce to the world when we finish. I'm going to tell all your vice chancellors are those who. Hey, Mr. Lao, I think somebody is making noise, either with you or your grandson or daughter. Which of them? Which of them? We promise that next year you are going to get quadruplets. So don't start this year. Next year, 4 of them for as grandchildren.
I'm not close to that yet, sir.
But there's a little child enjoying himself or herself around you. Or,
No, I'm alone in the room.
what about maybe with Kesidike?
So I've sorted it out.
You saw it out. Okay, that's fine. Please just beg the little boy or girl to just have patience with us for another 2 minutes. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I think that will be it. We're going to meet at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Very brief too. We're just going to look at your scores for the two universities. You will notice that as we go along, we'll be narrowing our differences. And the only time we'll stop this will be when everybody is scoring the same thing, and that's when we're going to be ready to let you lose on the ranking. If there's no other business, let me wish. Yes, Mrs. Achibong.
Please, apart from the decision on taking full article, was there any other major decision? Because along the way, I lost the volume if I couldn't hear us.
Okay, ma'am. No major decision. No major decision other than to appreciate Dr. Bunaki Japheth for what they have done in Edo State.
Yes, sir.
Edo State. We are very proud of what Edo State University, Edo University. Is it Edo University or Edo State University? Let me just check. Edo University. We are very proud of what Edo University has done. Yeah, I know, Yamo. Yeah, I know. We are proud of what you have done. It is very exemplary. It is. We're going to tell your vice chancellor that. In fact, I'm recording this video so you can show him that we say this is the way we have to go at the end of the day. To have the picture of the author or the staff, and then have the PDF material or PowerPoint material and whatever. This is very, very, very nicely laid out. But what we want to do, because this may take some time for the universities for 3 weeks to be able to put the pictures, we are going to tell them to follow the UNIMED example and later have the example for Edo University. So we are taking Edo University as one of our star sites. If you look at the right-hand column there, you can see you have the Creative Commons license, which is put there to maybe cover for all, although you need it for each of these individual things. So very well done, Japheth. All right. So if there's no other business, let me bring the meeting to a nice close, and to ask you to please go to the two. Do you have any difficulty with the form, by the way?
No.
Okay, that's fine. So what I suggest you do, just do a worksheet, just like Professor Diallo has done. Get a worksheet, put down all the scores, and then go back to the form online and just fill it in, and that's it. Good to go. God bless you. Have a fine evening, and see you at 8 o'clock tomorrow. I would like to.
I don't understand. That's what I missed.
No, you have not. I've told you. I mean, I've just said the second thing now. That's all you missed. I repeated the whole thing again. Yeah. Thank you very much. So good night, everybody, and God bless you all. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.